besties, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing very well. We have got to talk about something. For sure, there is one person in the world who is very, very happy right now, and that person is Shane Dawson. Now you're probably like, Adam what? Adam why? We all kind of know for a fact now that Shane Dawson is probably celebrating today, and we're going to get to the reason for that, which is the following. As we're aware, last year, more specifically in summer, Shane Dawson suffered the most severe cancellation of his entire career thus far. The reason I say thus far is because Shane Dawson gets cancelled for similar behavior every maybe 3 or 4 years because he never properly takes accountability, which means that the stuff can resurface without his fans being able to, use the argument of he's apologized, he's changed, because we never really see that because he never goes the full way. He attempts an apology, it's never, an apology, it's never received well, then he kind of goes away, which is what we've seen this time, and we see it time after time and time again. So when Shane comes back, expect in maybe 2 or 3 business years that we will be discussing the same things again, because this is just what happens when you're not willing to really address the problems at hand. But anyway, that was a mouthful, definitely. Please make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel and my second channel, which is below. I'd really appreciate it. Okay. So one of the main reasons that Shane's cancellation had a lot of longevity was D'Angelo Wallace's series on him. Now, he did a number of videos on the beauty community. One on Jeffrey, one on Shane, one on Taddy. The videos are brilliant. If you don't know who D'Angelo Wallace is, he is a drama commentary YouTuber who blew up last year with these phenomenal videos. And the one on Shane Dawson was like an hour, maybe 2 hours long, and just basically broke down and showed every piece of evidence against Shane Dawson and any and everything that needed addressed from him. And it really was the pinnacle moment that people were like, oh, there is too much here to really forgive, or there's too much here that hasn't been addressed, or there's too much here, it was just dun that D'Angelo had prepared, researched, and put into this video. Now, the video was also a main reason that a lot of the general public knew what Shane Dawson had been doing and was doing in present time, you know what I mean? Like, both past and present time. And so, this video by D'Angelo got more views than Shane Dawson's recent videos. So this video went mega viral, and it was just a really big moment in YouTube history for commentary and drama, and especially it was one of the first times we actually saw another creator really kind of take out another creator with a video that was so well done. The editing and the research and just everything was brilliant about this video. D'Angelo Wallace has now released a statement in which he has deleted the Shane Dawson episode, the Shane Dawson documentary, if we will. If you're gonna hate on me for calling it documentary, then hate on it when Shane Dawson calls his long vlogs documentaries too, babe. Let's hold the same standards. D'Angelo's was way more documentary than what Shane has ever tried to do. So he's released a statement that he's deleted this Shane series, and there's a little bit of inaccuracy in it, and you're probably like, what, with things he said about Shane? No. While we're gonna read it, let me give you an overview. As we're seeing what's happening with James Charles now, all of these alleged victims, after, it's just getting a little bit overwhelming. And the big reason of Shane and Jeffrey's cancellation, even a little factor in it, was Taddy Westbrook coming forward saying that she was allegedly manipulated by both of these men to basically push the narrative that James Charles was a P-word. And D'Angelo was coming forward saying that, his video kind of portrays James Charles in a light that makes him seem like he was the victim. And James Charles is not the victim, he allegedly has his own victims. And so, the stuff on Shane still stands, but D'Angelo does not want to have a video out there that can be interpreted in a way that James Charles was done bad by these people, because we can't use that argument anymore whenever James is still allegedly doing the stuff that he was getting called out for back then, if you catch the drip. So I think this is a big moment that D'Angelo has decided to delete this video. A really big moment, again in YouTube, millions upon millions of views, huge impact on the commentary drama space, and the fact that he's doing it, to try make sure that there's no real false narrative about James Charles is, you know, fair play to him, good on him. That was his biggest video, and you know, he's taken that away from his platform. This also comes in the wake of, I do want to acknowledge, people were giving D'Angelo Wallace a lot of criticism because he wasn't keeping the same energy, in their opinion. I'm literally quoting what these people on Twitter have been saying, and drama channels, that D'Angelo wasn't keeping the same energy whenever there was information about James versus information about Shane. So this is his way of coming forward and basically being like, this is what I'm doing, I'm taking down this video, I'm going to take down the entire series because I don't want there to be a narrative out there that portrays James Charles in a light in which he is not. So we're just going to immediately read through this statement, but definitely a great day for Shane Dawson, because this video would be the thing that if Shane was coming back with a video of himself right now, it would be a little bit awkward because people could still watch this video at any time. And if you've watched the video, I'm sure most of you had, it is really damning against Shane. So D'Angelo posted this and it said, I'm in the process of deleting my 3-part series on the drama community, and we are just going to read this out. He said, it's saddening to remove something that I worked so hard on over such a long period of time. However, the reason I put so much work into it is that I determined to speak accurately about a tricky situation with Shane Dawson. And now that is the same reason that I am in the process of removing the videos. If you watch those videos, you know that I went off of every piece of information that was available at the time, the same information that we all had. But now, that information has turned out to be wrong. The videos were well received when they were posted because people, including me, thought I had painted a clear and complete picture of the situation. But now, in that retrospect, he's speaking about them plotting against James and, you know, spreading lies about him. But now it's clear that I didn't. I can't travel back to the past and have the right information, so the next best thing that I can do is have the videos not continue to exist on my channel in the future. I had no way of knowing what new and disgusting details would pop up about James Charles after the videos were posted, but none of us did. I've already deleted one of the 3 videos, but 2 of them will still be up and remain up until August. So the Shane Dawson one has been completely removed, which is going to make it a lot easier for Shane Dawson to come back to this platform because, you know, the information before D'Angelo's video was kind of just everywhere and everywhere, but with D'Angelo it was in one place. So again, Shane's in a really good position right now in terms of coming back to YouTube, so I know that him and his team are like, whew, you know what I mean? What do you think? So I've already deleted one and the other 2 will be gone as well. So the one on Taddy and the one on Jeffrey. The contracts that I signed up for the sponsorships in those videos include a standard clause saying the video cannot be deleted for at least 12 months, which is true in contracts. So I can't just immediately take it down. Instead, I've had to contact both sponsors of part 2 and 3 and negotiate permissions to violate the agreement that I signed, and it's currently unclear if that will be granted. Now, I don't know if the Shane one had a sponsor. I don't know, maybe that's why he was able to delete this one, but it was definitely a priority for him to immediately get rid of the Shane one over the other 2, because the Shane one did portray it in a light as well that, you know, Shane was involved in the takedown of James Charles, and now we're seeing, you know, James Charles was involved in the process of James Charles because he's not a good person. But also the other stuff that was in there about Shane, doesn't that just all still apply? I don't know. Any sadness I feel over the removal of my hard work pales in comparison to my anger. I don't want anything available on my channel that could possibly be used to defend the self-admitted child P-word James Charles in any way. It's possible to remove certain parts of the video so that I could keep through the accurate information, but that would require me going through the entire situation yet again, and as you can see, it's subject to change. I could also leave the videos up and simply make a follow-up statement, but I choose not to do that. There will be no James Charles follow-up videos. I haven't made a video by David Dobrik either, or any deep dive video focusing on the sole creator of anybody in the past 5 months. It's unlikely that I'll ever be making any long-form videos about these kind of situations ever again. People enjoy the content because I take emotionally charged situations and present them calmly. But the amount of emotional labor that requires to do that is not something that I'm willing to repeat for my mental health. I don't want to continue giving my platform to liars like Jeffree Star, racists like Shane Dawson, and self-admitted child P-words like James Charles. So, ... I won't. Thank you for listening, and always, thank you for watching. So that is his statement. It got 66,000 likes, very well received. Of course, Ethan Klein is in the responses, hyping him up. and a lot of the feedback on this is quite mixed. Obviously a lot of support, but the top comments that I'm seeing here are from the likes of, so you can make nearly 5 hours of content essentially defending James Charles and your videos enabling the public perspective. Not smart today. It's almost midnight. The public perspective of James to be someone to defend, yet you can't even bother to talk about the victims that were affected by him when those videos literally got you to 1 million. So some people are not happy with him. I think people are asking him to do something and he's doing something and people still aren't happy about it. People were begging him to, you know, speak up about James, and he's literally taking away these huge documentaries that were in defense of James. So he's doing what people want and people still aren't happy. So I don't really get it. Bestie, like, what are you thinking? Again, someone said, I appreciate you trying to, you know, take down the smearing campaign. Really weird. You defended someone who was clearly in the wrong, and the audience will know that. So again, there's a little bit of split information. People are saying that they have so much respect for him. So someone said, this is not an apology, this is just excuses. But D'Angelo wasn't doing an apology. He was literally saying that, you know, his things almost defended James, and why would he want to defend James, because James isn't a good person. So I think people are taking the wrong approach to this. I think people are trying to be angry for the sake of being angry. Someone said, wait, you're deleting your Shane Dawson video? I don't know, I think it was kind of important work. Hope it'll be up soon. So the video has been re-uploaded, but I mean, in terms of the original person, D'Angelo, it is no longer there. A lot of people, though, are saying that this is the best decision, and I completely agree with everything you're saying and doing. We all appreciate the hard work you put into this, and there's no way you could have known what was going to come to the light. So someone else said, normalize changing your opinion when presented with new information. Thank you for always having integrity with your content, D'Angelo. So, I mean, good on him, because that is a pivotal big moment in his channel that he is now just, you know, erased. And it's had its impact, it will always have its impact, but it was a really big thing to do this. And again, Shane Dawson is probably celebrating this one heavily, because now Shane can do what he was able to do before the D'Angelo video. And the D'Angelo video did have that much impact, like 11 million views, maybe even more than that. I think that was the last time I was able to check, 11 million, maybe even more. Maybe it was even at 20 million, I don't know, don't quote me. But this had big impact and would continue to, and still did. And it's just, this being gone now is great for Shane, for the YouTube community. I mean, it was a gathering space of all the information about Shane, but don't believe that people won't be able to compile it again. You know, we've now seen a lot of things because of D'Angelo's video that we weren't even aware of, and we're all going to apply that moving forward. So it's not just as easy as that, you know, for Shane. However, it's a lot better for him than when this video is up. And I want to know what your opinion is of it. Let me know. I love you. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great night, great day, whatever time you're watching. I mean, good on D'Angelo, honestly. People wanted him to do something in terms of the James situation. He did a huge thing, and people are still like, this isn't good enough. What are you expecting? Like, you're letting yourself down at this stage. Besties, let me know. I'll talk to you below. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Yeah, this information about Shane is out there permanently now. I mean, like, we'll find it with or without a D'Angelo video, even though that video was incredible. So I love you. I'll see you in my next one, and bye.